They smile in your face, all the while they want to take your place. The Backstabbers. That's a song about people who are backstabbers. They pretend to be your friends, they're smiling in your face, connecting with you, and yet they're secretly wanting what you have. These are people who are fake friends, frenemies come to mind. There are different people who can be nice and cordial and hold these conversations, yet there's a part of them that might be envious, seeking harm for you, or they're just not sincere in their affections towards you. How do we deal with this? How do you know when someone's not having your best interest at heart? How do you overcome backstabbers, gossip, rumors, anything that might be attacking your character where it feels like you don't have a chance to stand up for yourself or even get to the source of these problems? I'm Latia, and I'm a relationship coach. I have definitely dealt with feelings of people being backstabbers, outright gossip, and different bits of not helpful feedback or criticism that people have given, where it is challenging to move forward and to see myself as a powerful person when it feels like people are so ready and eager to attack me, my character, or the choices that I make. Now, for background information, when it comes to history and patriarchal societies, what tends to happen is men are viewed as their word. So a man is who he says he is, right, wrong, indifferent, he's taken at his word. For women, we are taken at our sexual reputation. So if you are virginal and pure and innocent, you're more likely to be taken seriously than if you have had sex or are a fallen woman in other ways. So the impact of this is that there's this virgin whore dichotomy where as long as you don't have sex, you can get what you want, be taken a little more seriously than other people, but it's unfair to use your body and how you use it for or against you. Now, to take this a step further, what happens is a woman's purity is regarded very highly. So as long as you are following the rules, being a good girl, you're not having sex, you're not sleeping around, you're very chaste, that gives you almost moral superiority. And so what happens is there's this gossip network that develops. So Dangerous Beauty comes to mind, where the wives were upset with the whores, but they couldn't go to the men and confront them directly. In that day and age, your livelihood depended on your husband. And unless you were a whore, you couldn't go to the places where men were because it was against decorum, it was not allowed. So these women would talk smack about the whores and get their feelings out and express themselves because gossiping and the rumor mill was basically all they had. That was their only space of freedom, connection, really just not being alone in their suffering. So they could confront the whores if they wanted to, and a lot of them would just have these conversations amongst themselves. So when it comes to it, a lot of times gossip tends to be expressing one's dissatisfaction towards another person, whether warranted or not, whether fair or unfair, and usually among women, other women are going to get the brunt of that. So for me, when I was in college, there were a lot of women who would talk smack about me and my choices. So somehow guys that I would sleep with or do stuff with, as I didn't always have sex with them, but guys I would spend time with would talk to these girls, and these girls would talk smack about me. And then one day it trickled through the network and someone was like, hey, these people are talking about you. You might want to be careful about what you're doing. And it's just if they have enough time on their hands to talk about me and my personal life, thank you for giving my name power, and sorry your life sucks so much. I'm not doing anything directly to you, so I don't understand the reasoning behind it, because if I'm gonna gossip about someone, I'm most likely complaining about someone that I know, whether it's someone I live with, someone I have to deal with on a regular basis, someone where we're forced into a seemingly intimate relationship, yet I don't like them enough to have the conversation. And so I'm aware that if I go to you, it's going to be with something that's not useful, not productive. It's just, stop existing around me. And it's I literally can't. It's I know. I'm just frustrated with you and I don't know how to deal with this. And maybe I needed to have those conversations with people, but for me, I would go to other people so I could kind of get the crazy out of my frustration. And then it's like, okay, this is a thing that you do that we can discuss and see, like, can we find a different way of dealing with it or not? So for me, if I'm gossiping about someone, I am aware that it's for me to vent and it get to a not crazy way of expressing my frustrations, because I can be crazy. I'm human, and we all have like our little crazy moments. Now, for those people where it's like, I don't know you, we're not in a relationship, and for whatever reason you just find it necessary to talk about me and my business, I don't understand that. That is like, if you have nothing better to do with yourself, like, we're in college, like, how do you find the time? Then again, when I was in college, I was doing track. I was doing hard classes because I was a computer science major. And in my school, they made sure you did work. I was working as a waitress. I did track. I did multiple things. So I was like, even clubs and activities. So I was a very active and engaged person. And I was just focused on living my life like it was golden. So for me, it's like, if you're talking about me behind my back, like, the only thing it does is just make me feel awkward being around people. Usually Black women were talking about me. So it's like, if you're a Black woman, it's like, are you one of those Black women, or are you like, okay? And it was like, I don't know, people were super weird, where it's like, they would assume things about me based on this gossip. They wouldn't get to know me. And then when they did get to know me, they were like surprised or would act very different than they would in other situations. And it's like, I don't know if you know this, but I know that you're part of a group of people that talk smack about me. So like, you can engage me now, but like, I am not interested in this. So like, I don't know, people just share a lot of stuff with me. But when it comes to gossip, it can be difficult to go through. Like, it still hurt my feelings because I'm human. Even though it's like, I know you don't know me, you don't know my character, you literally wouldn't know me from like anyone else, and it still would hurt my feelings. So I talked to my sister about it, and she was like, hey, if they're talking about you, you have to be doing something worth talking about, because there's all these people they could be talking about, and they're choosing you. And it kind of felt good. It was also like, I mean, still not helpful, but this sister would also, like, if people were talking about her, she'd just go up to them and be like, oh, I hear you talk about me. Like, tell me more. And I'm like, that for me is not my style. I'm not that confrontational, comes to mind, but I'm not that, like, I don't find it necessary to confront people and deal with it. And I also, when I moved to New York, there was this book that I ended up reading from this, so I moved into this furnished apartment, and there's a book called Asking and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks, and Esther channels Abraham, and they are like spirits and source energy made manifest through her. And so what I like about the law of attraction, especially as like what it is we live in an abundant universe. Anything is possible at any point in time. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent. Everything's possible. So what happens is, in this universe, it is a law of attraction and focus. So focus and attention, what we put our energy into is what we get more of. And usually that is on a feeling level. So if I focus on, oh man, these people are talking about me, it hurts my feelings and this sucks, then you get more of that. So then there's more people talking about you and more weird feelings and more discomfort, and it just doesn't feel good. So it just feels really bad, and like things keep happening to reinforce it. So if you are in a situation of dealing with gossip, then it's just like, okay, who are people who care about me and enjoy my company? What do I like about me and myself? So instead of focusing on this bad thing that's happening, it's just like, okay, I honor and acknowledge that this hurts my feelings and this sucks. And what I would like instead is to feel loved, to feel supported, to feel proud of being who I am, to honor the hard work that I am doing, and to know, like, I'm never going to be perfect. There's always going to be something for people to talk to about me for. And so it's definitely a tough practice to do, because it takes a lot of energy to kind of like shift your perspective and to stop staying in the negative space that can be influenced by other people and what they bring to us. And so if we can really just hone our ability to focus on, what do I want, what's important to me, what would make a difference in a positive way, that is how we can grow and become the people that we aspire to be, instead of staying stuck in these patterns that aren't honoring or serving our goals and intentions. So when it comes down to it, I don't know the best course of action in dealing with these situations. Me personally, I like to take the sassy route of, you might be talking smack about me now, but there's going to be a day where you're like, dang, I bet on the wrong people. And I'll just be like, you did, as I'm making my millions and building an empire. But when it comes down to it, it's what do we want and what's important to us. If these people are outside of your inner circle and they're talking about you, leave them outside your inner circle. Don't confide in them. And then if people in your inner circle are bringing it to you, have conversations with them if you don't want that to happen. Whenever it comes to our relationships, we need to be satisfied, safe, and secure. And it's better if you have a small circle of loved ones who uplift you and encourage you, rather than a big circle filled with backstabbers and gossipers who aren't trying to uplift you and take you to that next level. So if you're looking to get to the next level in life, hit me up. I love to talk about ways to be stronger and more powerful and to strategize our ways into our next best step. Sometimes all you need is a safe space to express yourself, and all of a sudden the answers are clear. There's just so many people willing to tell us what they think we need, but we each know what we need if we're allowed to just express who we are and listen to our truth. So please comment, like, subscribe, share this if you feel it's helpful to anyone, and please let me know if you're interested in having more conversations about unleashing your true self on the world and living a luscious life. See you next time.